Hey folks, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well. I'm gonna try and play a little bit of Arena just to get on with my dailies and just to make a little bit of progress and have easy access to enough gold when new Cabana drops to play a few rounds of Premier Draft. It's gonna be out in 1-2 days, so. And we should be playing white and black. I think I'm just gonna stick to my Golgari Mid deck. It's been serving me really well recently, so I enjoyed playing that deck. I don't see really any big reason not to uh, or to switch at the moment. And it's always fun to play a deck that I enjoy. Usually, I'm quite happy with mid-range decks that don't try to go very big, don't try to make the game very long. This one aims at establishing a reasonable clock, running the opponents out of cards by combining removal and hand disruption, and then when we are at that point that we're top decking, hopefully having a board state that we can rely on to finish our opponent relatively easy. That's the game plan of this deck. It's really rather simple. It's not an aggro deck, it's not a control deck. Something like this is good. It has a threat, it has some removal, it has good mana, and it has some hand disruption to try and get rid of whatever the opponent has. We're gonna start with Overgrown Tomb, keep it up, have access to both of our mana sources, and see what opponent is playing. Okay, that's some kind of interesting deck. We're gonna go with Takenuma and play a threat and try to establish a board before our opponent does, because that forces them to either answer our threat and waste a card on that, or show us what they have, try to establish their board. They're forced to react to this. This is interesting. I mean, they get to scry, but they're basically wasted a card on Time Walk. Yeah, that's not bad though. Yep. Next turn we might just go blank them and but I'm not sure, to be honest, entirely. This is a tricky point, right? Do we Skyclave Shade here, or do we go blank here, or do we plunder? I think I still want to see what opponent is doing. Looks like some kind of spells deck, so we go blank. I would rather catch more things in the graveyard, and it would also be good to be able to get more important cards out of their hand, because if they have more Fading Hopes, if they have more lands, it's just not very. It's okay, Dragon's Fire, but they're not revealing any dragons, and they're playing Snarls, which suggests to me that they're playing not an optimal deck. Yeah, I think we're just gonna bring this back again, keeping the card advantage going here. Arena sometimes puts us on the non-ranked ladder, and I think this is what happened in this case as well. Okay, so now we're going to plunder, and hopefully we get 2 cards out of our opponent's hand, and then we can go blank them next turn, and we can just establish an Eye of the Ebon Legion or use our Castle Locthwain to draw a couple of cards and replace whatever we find something else to threaten them with. Getting rid of a gold spell is pretty good. I wouldn't mind getting a gold spam from them. Okay, they get rid of also of a land. So now we are in a very good position to just go blank them. Right, I think we're gonna try and do that. They must be very fed up with this shade. It keeps coming back. But that's exactly the job of the shade, right? I mean, it's I'm so happy that they're wasting cards on it. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of whatever is in their hands. Okay. Not a great hand that they kept. Expressive iteration. That's also an interesting one. That's a good top deck though, to be honest. It's a very good top deck. Very lucky. Okay. Never mind, we can also... Well, you are not going to be able to play that though, my friend. Even so, that's not gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna go with the Knight and keep up the Painful Bond. Keeping the Knight and mana open is good because if they have damage-based removal, then we can just pump our Knight, and that's just nice. They might have some removal for the Knight, but I don't mind so much. Yeah, they don't seem to have anything. So we're probably just gonna go in and pump the Knight. Okay. I might also bring the Ooze, and then in case we need to, we can just, I don't know, eat some things from our own graveyard. Well, we don't really want to eat anything, but just in case they have some graveyard synergy, we can eat their things. I don't understand why Arena put us onto the unranked queue, because what I played last was the best of 3 queue, so this is really strange, but, you know. Arena isn't a very good quality software. Malevolent Hermit. Oh, that's not very scary, is it? We're just gonna remove that. Thank you. And I think I'm just gonna eat that as well. We don't want it to come back. Yeah. Okay, that was quick and easy. It's pretty good going. I think playing Kozilek is good, Ceratops is probably good. I don't really see what exactly they're doing here. Assassin's Trophy isn't that good. Fatal Push we don't need 4 of. Other than that, I know, I mean, everything else seems to be sort of decent against them. We haven't really seen what they want to, I don't know, what they want to do to us in terms of like what's their major threat. I don't know, I might bring in Anissa, maybe they don't expect that. Just diversify our threats a little bit. So let's see. Okay, they give up. They are not in the mood to play with us. But as I said, it's very strange. Arena somehow automatically put us onto the non-ranked ladder, which is really weird. Well, at least we get our datas going. Anyway, I'll restart Arena, reinstall Untap GG very quickly. And because last time I was using it, it basically just stopped tracking my decks, and it didn't track my games with the current deck. And this was mildly infuriating. Okay, we have it up, reinstalled, untap GG. We're gonna restart Arena, and we're gonna have a look at how we can do with this deck on the ladder. We want to play it in ranked, primarily. That's what we are interested in, Historic. Of course, the new format is coming soon. That's going to be really interesting. So that's something I'm personally really looking forward to. It's always really nice to have a new format that we can explore, have a new way of playing, have something interesting happening to shake up the arena economy. There's going to be a new draft format, but some people have run the analysis on that. It's only worth it if you want to get play points, which you can use at select events to qualify for tournaments. If you're not that interested in the play points, the payout structure is a little bit worse than the current available options. So, especially if you're not that great, maybe sticking to Premier Draft or Quick Draft are the better options. Maybe I should have kept the previous one. It had Plunder. Plunder is just good. Alright, anyway. Sorry, I mean it had Painful Bond, and Painful Bond is just good. I don't know what my opponent is playing, so... Oof. Yeah, I think I should have kept the hand. Oh well, oh well. Looks like mono red. And they're stealing Ebon Legion. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for them. What should we do here? I think I will plunder them for the moment. Yeah, making them discard 1 or 2 cards just sounds too good not to do it. Are they gonna give me a card? They gave me a mountain. Honestly, it's not too bad. It's better to play a mountain and play the Trespasser of that, or get the oops and eat something. Well, we don't have anything we can eat at the moment, but we will, ideally. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna bring here the ooze and keep up Fatal Push and cast it on Robber of the Ridge. That seems reasonable to me. Are they going to attack first? They are. I need to get rid of Robber of the Ridge because sadly that's card advantage for them and we can't let them have card advantage. Yeah, I think they're trying to move on to the attack phase and they're wondering whether or not they should activate the Knight of the Ebon Legion before. I select blockers. They have a removal spell for it, but that means they're not activating Knight of the Ebon Legion, and we know they don't have a lot of cards either, so that's also okay, and we can get back Ooze maybe in the next turns. So this is tricky. I might just want to get back Ooze, and yeah, I think at the moment I'm just okay playing things like this. Hopefully I can use Agadeems to reanimate Ooze. I wouldn't even mind trading with the Knight of the Ebon Legion, and if I could somehow get that, that would be pretty useful. These two creatures, the problem is, they're not really doing anything defensively. So, yeah. They're good on attack, but I don't think I'm the aggressor at this point of this stage of the game. One of my suspicions is that they have one more land and Embercleave, and then I'm just gonna be in trouble. Okay, they're just coming in with the Menace Dino, and then play the Giant. I really just want to sort of trade with their things. I mean, these two can't block, so I'm just gonna have to go ahead and attack with them. Anyway. I just take it like a champ. Jump like a champ. I might just let this become a 4/4. But if they have removal, I'm gonna be in trouble. Yeah, they have lethal in that case, so why not get back? Right, I think I'm just gonna run this guy out. Eat one of my own spells, take 1 damage. I have 2 blockers, so that's okay. Opponent's gonna try to come in for lethal, I bet. Which is very reasonable. That's what they should try to do. The problem is they have many good attacks. If they have 1 removal spell here, they can basically kill me, almost guaranteed. Because we can't block Ferocidon. Wow. Anax, that's painful. Yeah, really? We trade? Well, I've got to get rid of that, right? It's a bit too good. These guys can't do anything, so might as well just send them in. Now the problem is in this case that one push is just not enough. I would have needed the push the turn before. If I would have had the push the turn before, I could have removed the knight and bring back now the ooze and the knight. Now even if I bring back ooze, they have lethal. Yeah, this is just not good enough. I think I'm probably just dead here, whatever I do. Yep. Yeah, I mean, they should just attack with everything, right? They even have a rover. Oh my god, that's horrible. So much damage. Yeah, that's just not good. It's not gonna work out at all. Yeah, we're nevertheless dead. We're in the deep minuses. Deep minuses. And yeah, that's life. Happens. It happens. Mono red once is over in the first game, so we're gonna switch definitely to Kozilek. We don't want to play Toad Siege really. Not that good against them. Ooze can be good, Rider can be good, Gargoyles can be good, Shadow can be good. Connoisseur is a bit too little, too late, my feeling is. Rankle is a bit too little, too late. Ambusher can be okay, but I would rather have probably more removal than Ambusher. Go blank, again, not necessarily what I need in this matchup. Assassin's Trophy not that great because it ramps them. Tribute gives them creatures. Yeah, and these two can't block. So there's plenty here that is not ideal for this matchup. Extinction Event, Gisha, Invoke Despair might all be good. Mushroom Post can get multiple things. And then maybe Ooze and Ambusher are good. Yeah. I'm gonna go play it like this. And we have several things that can gain us life. Scavenging Ooze, Shovel, Command, Trespasser, Murderous Rider, Scavenger, Sorin, and Gargoyles can all get us lives, so they're pretty decent. It's a very good hand. There's a bit of a late game power. We do miss a bit of mid game strength, but yeah, let's just try and establish a board so that they have to choose between building the board and removing something. Our late game looks fantastic, so we need to make sure that we get there. Okay, so they have 2 removal spells. Not much I can do about that. Robber is dangerous. I think Bone Crusher Giant is the kind of double use card that I would be most afraid of. They're head-on cards, so Robber is less dangerous than it was in the previous game, and they draw another Bone Crusher Giant. That's a bit sad on that. Okay, now I think we can win this game if we keep drawing lands, but if we don't draw any lands, then we are going to be in huge trouble here, and we don't draw a land. Is it worth destroying Leyline of Combustion here? It's a good question. I don't think it is. I think I would rather destroy some kind of creature. Leyline will deal damage to us if we target their creatures, but still, I would rather have a creature off. I mean, a creature is going to deal damage to us as well. Here it's really up to our luck now. What my observation is that Arena tends to give you lands if your probability is between 33 and 27%, but it tends not to give you lands if your probability is in this range. So that's a bit bad. I think here we're just gonna get rid of the force. I know it deals 2 damage, but yeah, the robber would deal 2 damage as well. We're really just waiting for lands. We get a tapped one, not very good. But after this we can cast the Nightpack Ambusher. They don't have a 3rd land. Wow, that's pretty bad for them. And we do have 2 fatal pushes, which is pretty good for us. Okay, they give up. They give up. Yeah, they're pretty sure here that we're holding up removal. So, right, we want to go down something, one Witherbloom command. Witherbloom command isn't doing too much against them, but it can help fix us our mana. Difficult. Or they just give up in general. Maybe they were busy or they had to go. Alright. I mean, we did have probably a reasonable chance here to win. Let's have another look. Traditional Historic ranked best of 3. Right, that's a playable hand, definitely. I might even start with the Glade. Phyrexian Lowlife, it's quite funny, I like that. Because there's nothing I want to play on 0 anyway, and there's nothing I want to play on 0 anyway, and that enables us to decide about the pathway a bit later. Esper Sentinel, wow, aggressive. Yeah, we're just gonna Glade now, and then go with the Marsh. Ah, the Artifacts. That's always tough. That's a very tough deck to play against. So we can Painful Bond, Skyclave Shade, we can Assassin's Trophy. I think I'm just gonna keep here. We are not the aggressors. The Shade is something that can win us the game if we manage to somehow like really empty our opponent's board and hand, and we get to the top deck stage of the game, but unless we get there, Skyclave Shade isn't going to play a big role. That's really in here against control decks, mid-range decks. Sure. Maybe I should have removed their white mana. I think what I want most is just to draw cards. Although even then Painful Bond would have been good to play now. I'm still a little bit worried that they have something. Yeah, let's just trophy and see what happens. I don't want to give them too many cards in the long run, and I don't wanna take too much damage either. I should have done this before the other Sentinel comes down, right? I don't use Assassin's Trophy too much, so I'm surely going to make some mistakes in how I play it. I wouldn't wait it for a long time until they reconcile themselves to the fact that that's gonna go. Okay, so they don't play any basics. That's interesting though. That's good to know. So we can side in the other Assassin's Trophy as well then. Oof. So what's better now? Making them... Which discard spell is the best here? I mean, I think Plunder is decent. We're just going to Plunder. Get rid of some things from their hand. Have to discard something. Okay, they counter my Plunder. That is a strong signal for me that they have a good hand, so go blank is worth it. I need a 4th land very badly though. I need a 4th land very badly. If I get a 4th land, I have a chance. If I don't, I probably lose this game quite smoothly. Again, we have a decent chance with the 4th land. We have some card draw as well. That's not bad. Yep, we can block. It's going to eat something from the graveyard. It's a decent blocker. Sure. They have a lot of mana. Yeah. Oh, so if they tap and take the treasure and then comes the Smith, that's really bad for us. Spellbomb, okay. Are they going to bounce the Trespasser? No need for that, right? They can come in for 5, so it's very good. So I think we just have to go and attack with the Trespasser. Yeah, the question for them is now, do they want to double block or not? Don't. Okay, we're gonna bring the land, and we're gonna go with the Ambusher. I think the problem is I think they have lethal. Maybe I should have brought the Connoisseur, but then they can just bounce that, right? Yeah, so we're dead anyway. I shouldn't have attacked with the Glutton. Are you gonna come in with everything? Not with Magda. And that's interesting. Not with Magda. We didn't draw any removal. Not much. Okay, so this is gonna get a little bit better. But they can just bounce the Ambusher, of course. Okay, well that's that. Good game. We're gonna make another treasure, dump Smith, I don't know why, but just flexing I guess at this point. That was pretty quick. They made short shrift of us. And then, naturally, we want Kozilek, we don't want any Toadseizes, we do want Extinction Event, Kisha, Spare, Gargaroth, Trophy, Shavil. We don't really want Scrounger, we don't want Skyshave, we don't want Orobi, because those are all things that don't advance our board state well enough. We don't really want Go Blank, we don't really want Connoisseur, we don't really want Rankle in this matchup. We would rather have, say, one more Ooze and one more Pulse. And that should be okay-ish. And then let's see whether we can get there or not. It's gonna be pretty tricky. It's not a great matchup for us, but by any means. So, I mean that's a decent hand. I think I'm going to keep the mainland, get both of our colors. We have to push, we have 2 plunders. I think double plunder is pretty good, yeah. Double plunder is pretty good. Would have been nice to start with something like an Ebon Legion, but probably they brought in... I assume they did bring in something like Portable Hull. I don't know, they haven't seen though anything that costs below 3. So they might not have Portable Hull against me. Okay, so they have to discard something. I wonder what they discard, and I wonder whether they discard a second card or do they give me something? Right, that's a bit weird. I don't know whether I can use this for anything. Assist. Yeah, I think I want to... Ooh, scary. I think I want to... Plunder again. Just to keep things going. Maybe I can get something better than a Moose Now prototype. I get a Metallic Rebuke. Wow. Not great. Not great by any means. Well, we can Fatal Push, Dismiss. Ornithopter. Ay. Naughty. I think I'm gonna take 2. I'm wondering about what they are trying to... Why are they holding back the mana? Maybe they have Metallic Rebuke. They probably do. Toby is sweet though. Oh my. Rough. Let's bring the Connoisseur. Let's see whether they have any removal. Okay, another Nephilcyst out. That's very good though. That's very good. And we have a decent Death Touch Defender on the ground. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Trampoline, baby. Certainly don't mind that. We're gonna bring Sorin here. And Sorin's gonna make us a blocker. And
you can deal with my
or do we bring the 5th?
I'm busy.
Agadine isn't looking very good at the moment, to be honest, so we're just gonna bring Agadine like this. And we can use these, probably Prototype is just going to be something that that we're going to cycle away with the Black Token. So we can do that next turn, and we can still keep up the Rebuke. Nettlecyst isn't growing our ooze, sadly. Prototype. Right. Anything the opponent wants to do? Yeah. Into a Spellbomb. Rough. This card would have been good here. I mean, I think I want to... Oh yeah, this can come. But that's actually very strong, right? We can just take out this or this, whichever we need to take out. So we're just gonna keep that up and bring the Trespasser or bring the Ooze. I mean, I think I'm gonna bring the Ooze and keep all the options open, including the Rebuke. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, we're gonna counter that. Definitely. We don't want our opponent to refill their hands. You can still equip Shadow Spear, it just costs... Oh no, it costs 2 to equip. You can draw a card, that's their option here. Not a bad option. Okay, then Ooze is gonna start eating their stuff and grow and gain life. Yeah. I mean, that's looking pretty good for us at the moment. That's looking pretty sweet. Shall we just draw another card? Maybe that's the best, right? Yes, absolutely. Very happy to.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Get rid of that. We still have Boseiju. And maybe just get in with the Ooze. Do I even need to get in with the Ooze? No. Not now. I need to grow the Ooze at the end of their turn. Or cycle the prototype with the blood token. Or Boseiju something dangerous if it comes to that. Opponent isn't someone who gives up easily, that's for sure. But that Sorin is gonna poop out another vampire next turn. Sorin is gonna poop out another vampire, so at that point it's gonna have gained me, drawn me 2 cards, and given me 2 creatures. Yep, get rid of the prototype. That's much better. Yep. That's much better. We're gonna have to eat the Magda as well. I think that's pretty good. You can bounce it with the bomb. I don't mind too much. I'm gonna start sending in the Ooze. Opponent's gonna bounce it. And that's fine, sure. And we're gonna remove something. And we're gonna drain them. We want to remove the Shadow Spear. What does our opponent have besides activating the prototype ability? We're gonna make another vampire. And we're gonna keep up with Seiju.
Deal with this annoyance.
We'll bring the Trespasser. I think bringing the Trespasser might be the correct thing to do. Not sure, maybe. They might have Counterspell. Yeah, they have Rebuke, but that's okay. That means they're basically empty-handed. And top decking. It's gonna be hard to remove 2 creatures in one go. Smith is good though. Throws another artifact. It does throw them another artifact. We're gonna see 3 more cards next turn, so that's not too bad. Hopefully, whatever they throw, we will be able to make them discard. Ah, Sentinel. So annoying. So annoying. Gosh, very annoying. They can attack with Dismiss if they want. They can trade for 1 vampire. I don't know. Phyrexian Lowlife is considering this option very seriously for a very long time. I think it would be better if they would keep their Smiths and keep growing it. Seems pretty obvious. Sure. Bring it.
My ways are not for the weak.
I think we're going to Boseiju, the Sentinel. I really don't want to have to play against it. It's very annoying. Yeah, do they have any basic lands? They don't. Really? Oh, okay. Really. We're gonna cast Painful Bond. That's decent. Yep. We're just gonna pass the turn. We have a lot of cards. We have a lot of land. We're gonna start drawing removal at some point. We have a lot of removal in our deck. They don't have basic lands. Yeah, Boseiju is a bit tricky because these have the basic land types. Alright, so. Yep. Land could come, sure.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
We're definitely gonna bring back Ooze. Definitely gonna bring back this. We're gonna bring back this. And we're gonna attack. We're gonna gain 4. Draw our E1 Legions. And pass the turn. We are ahead in every single way. We could be ahead in. Opponent just wasted 3-4 minutes of our life and their life, but that's okay. It's a game where it's okay to waste a little bit of time, right? It's a fun game. Okay. Command wasn't bad. Wasn't that good either. I don't know. Tricky. I think I'll just replay it as it is. Yeah, run it again and hope that oh, that's nice. Yeah, these are the kind of things that I really wanted here. Good removal. Good spot removal so that they can't run away with the game at the beginning very easily. Like Esper Sentinels and similar stuff can really ruin our day. Right, if shipping 1 card and... Alright, we're just gonna keep up Fatal Push. I hope to snipe their first thing and then draw a couple of cards. No success in that one. Alright. Ooze can come later when we can draw some cards off it. Painful Bond. It's a bit strange though that they're not playing anything. Oh, Emery. Wow. I haven't seen Emery before. Emery is not that bad if you can use their graveyard. Well, we'll see how that works out, right? Another Painful Bond almost invariably throws Painful Bond. That's something I've observed often. Now Maelstrom Pulse isn't that good here, but I think I'll still just get rid of Emery. But not really in the mood to keep Emery around. It's a bit too dangerous. Another Emery. Emery number 3. Wow. And they did put in the portable holes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shall we just remove the Emery? Is it that dangerous? Nice. Just gonna... So that's odd. Emery goes. Bye-bye. 3 Emery is gone. Trying to fight through their Emery army. If they have a 4th Emery, that's gonna be really tough, but I know. You have to hope that they don't. Who's gonna eat the Emerys in the graveyard? Well, actually, you know what? We wait with that a little bit. I might want to Painful Bond, depending on what they play. Or actually, I might want to Fatal Push. Emery number 4. Ooze. Should the Ooze eat the things in their yard? I think it should. I think I should gain some life off those things. I think it's good to just get rid of Emerys. Gain a bit of life back and all that. Yeah. Bye, that's okay. We can get rid of that somehow later. We're gonna make them discard a card. And establish some board presence. Oh, that's perfect! Why did they not cast that? Oh, because it's 7 mana if you don't have any artifacts on board. Wow, that's expensive. If you can't establish a board early, then... Alright, let's see, it's hard to run out. I mean, Gisha would be good here, I guess. Gisha would be good. I wish I would get another land. I wouldn't mind trading the Connoisseur if they're up for that. Are they up for that? Because then I don't have to waste my Fatal Push. On their little charm. Okay, so then we'll bring 1 Knight. Leave up a Painful Bond and... Actually, the Knight can deal with the Nethelcyst, unless they play another artifact. But we can also push and bond. Push and bond is also good. It's also a plan. Wow, this is a tough deck to play against. And Phyrexian Lowlife is true to his name. He's using all these dirty Phyrexian tricks and whatnot. What are they up to? I don't know. Man. Wow, they're really thinking hard. Their brain is on fire. Sure. And then what? Oh, we're just gonna play this 3. Play this 3. Can you instant speed an artifact or something? Oh yeah, you can make a treasure, but that's still okay. I mean, our dude gets Death Touch, right? So yeah, it doesn't really matter. Your dude still dies. Yeah, it has Death Touch, mate. Has Death Touch. Also, you lost an artifact because that was an artifact, right? Treasure Vault itself is an artifact. Magda comes in, sure. And Magda's gonna go. So what we do here is we play Gisha. Yeah, we lose some life. We Fatal Push Magda. We get him for 4 and grow our Ebon Legion, and Gisha will, at the beginning of our next turn, add Magda to our board. That's pretty good. That's a big flyer. That's a nasty big flyer there. Let's have a look at what they have in their hand. What are they holding up? Ooh, Dovin. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. And then we're gonna go in with the Airborne Legion boy. And both of them can have Death Touch. My opponent is gonna take 8 if they don't block. And that's quite a bit. If they block, their Ornithopter dies to one of our... Yeah, I think they have a really good chance here. I think we're doing pretty well. We're gonna bring another Knight, that's gonna grow as well. Gisha has their Ornithopter. That's so funny though. Another analysis. That's not gonna be enough, dude. You're dead. I'm so sorry, but you're very, very dead. You are extremely, extremely dead. I mean, we just have lethal on board, right? That doesn't have lifelink or anything, so... We're just gonna go in. Yeah, gain a treasure, and any 3 creatures can get in and win. Just to make sure that their little guy doesn't survive. We have lethal anyway, so it doesn't matter. Good, 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 good. That was fun. Wow, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Phyrexian Lowlife didn't make it easy for us. He played very well, and it was interesting. Most of these artifact aggro affinity decks that I've seen were 2-color and Azorius, and this one was 3 colors, flashing red. And you know, I haven't played the deck, so I'm not sure whether that's correct or incorrect. It's certainly an option, and there's nothing wrong with it. We're gonna play against Suckit Brand, who is... Opponent really wants to send a message to Brand, and he's sure that out of the millions of players casually playing MTGA, Brand is somehow going to see this. So Brand, if you're watching my stream, or if you're watching this on YouTube, or you know, somehow you come across it, Sunday thinks you should go ahead and do what they ask you to do. I obviously won't take a stance on this, since I don't know what Brand did. Not sure who Brand is. There is a Brand who is a specialist on Club Field Action working in my field in research, but he's a nice guy and he wrote some excellent articles, so this is surely not aimed at him. Are we gonna get a card, or are they gonna discard one more? And we're playing Azorius Control. Ooh, we get a land. Not something we really needed here. Not something we really needed. Well, we are gonna get rid of that Narset. We don't want the opponent to get too much card advantage of it. And yeah, we're just gonna bring this, get rid of their Narset.
Such violence is upsetting.
Yeah, baby. So, I mean, I think we're gonna bring the Knight. We're gonna bring the Pathway. And the opponent is thinking about what to do. We're gonna try to plunder them again. We're just gonna try to plunder them again. I mean, the first plundering wasn't very powerful, but they draw 2 cards. Haha, that's one way to respond to plunder, right? It's actually not a bad way to respond to plunder. I would have loved to get a Teferi. It would be so fun to play Teferi off their deck. Right. We're gonna play their Deserted Beach. And we're gonna play Connoisseur as well. Do they have another counter spell for that? certainly have something. Ooh, that's nice to see go. Hey, farewell, bye-bye. The Wandering Emperor. God, hate it so much.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
Gosh.
Guards, to me!
But at least I can make use of my fatal push. That's something. They sort of lost their farewell and they activated my fatal push, which is... Those are both good news for me. Those are both good news for me. Hitting a go blank would be good too. Hitting a go blank would be pretty good. They're wondering about whether or not they should create a samurai
We must
or...
protect the people.
Uh-huh. That certainly makes some sense. I think I'm gonna go with Rankle here. And I most likely want to take out the Wandering Emperor, get him for 3, and that's about it. They have something. Fateful Absence. That's sad. That's really sad, people. If your opponent does this kind of thing. Naughty. Very naughty. We're gonna bring that in, and we're gonna draw a card of the clue at the end of our turn. Finding our Toadseizes would be pretty good as well. Pretty darn good. Opponent is not really in a situation where memory would be amazing, because we would basically get more cards of it. Board state wise, they wouldn't gain a lot. They might... Oh, that has Vigilance. Oh, Teferi. Gosh. Not a card I'm happy to see ever. Arena. Untap 2 lands. Yeah, Rankle is something I could get rid of. Rankle would have been so good here. We really need Questing Beast, I think. We really need good old Questing Beast. Yeah. We're just gonna activate the clue. And Connoisseur is not bad. I wish I could have taken out the theft with it, but yeah, it's alright. We're gonna try and bring it. They might have some counters, but they might have another Archmage's Charm, I think. That's my suspicion here. That's my very, very strong suspicion here. And they exile the other one and they're empty-handed. Gosh. How annoying. What did they get rid of? Divine Purge, right? So that comes in, but to no avail. Okie dokie. So let's go and attack. Let's get rid of this. Our opponent is definitely going to sack the Samurai. They can make another one next turn. This is very annoying. Oh my god. They're in a very good position. So annoying, the Wandering Emperor. Wow. That card is very impressive, and their removal lined up really well with their plays too. So that they could remove Rankle was a huge thing for them. Also that they only drew 6 lands out of 18 cards, that's pretty good for them. Yeah, I mean if we keep drawing lands we can use the blood tokens, but really they're gonna get rid of our Stalker? Fair enough, I guess. Are they going to use their mana for anything? Problem is, if they don't, they can really just use the mana to make a Jump Blocker and block our Lair of the Hydra. Right, that's good. And what else? What else are you gonna be up to? Ah, they're gonna bring in Kahira. Ah, dear God. If they activate Lair, it's a 4/4. It's a 5/5. Well, I will try, to be honest, and see what I can get with Bond. Shush, another land, and the Connoisseur. Well, let's try and build a board, and we'll see how this works out for us, but it might be too little too late. Okay, another March, that's good. And we have the block tokens, so we're gonna cycle away that pathway next turn. Opponent's got some good plays. I mean, drawing with Tef and putting a token on something is pretty good. I would put the token on Kahira, because that way he could eat one of the Ebon Legions, even if I pump them.
No time for a break.
Tef, okay. And they can make a token as well with that danged Erden Will. That's very, very rough on us. That's just very rough on us. Well, we can bring technically a lair, a big lair. So we can snipe at least one of their 2 Planeswalkers, unless they're holding another removal spell in their hand, which is not unlikely at all. Ah, White's removal is just so good in Historic, it's insane. People, this is a very long game, you can already see that. Ah, and they're gonna untap with taps. They're holding up something cheeky. If they have an Archmage's Charm, for example, and they can steal one of our knights, that's a big problem as well.
How we greet our
But they seem to be having something that they could cast now. They might have land they're just sitting on. What? What the heck? Sure. Does it have vigilance as well? Why do all these things have vigilance? It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, that's a trade I'm willing to have, sure. Oh, it has first strike as well. I totally... Good. Their trap worked, I walked into it. I'm so stupid. So this gives first strike until the end of turn, right? Yeah. Yeah. Big, big, big stupid on my part. The problem is that if I activate the lair of the Hydra, I have to make it at least into a 4/4, in which case I don't have enough mana for knights. So we have to start with the 2 knights attacking the 2 planeswalkers. I shouldn't have done that. Oh god, how silly I am. I think I'm gonna lose this. And I think this punt was a major part of that. Yeah, I even looked at the token and saw the first strike icon there. They have something, I don't know what, but they have been sitting on something for a while. I'm not Brand, my friend, so don't try to make me suck it, and don't try to waste so much of my time, please. It's just not funny. Yeah. Really? Is this fun? Wow. This is not a nice person. They're really just wasting our life, totally consciously. Wow. How rude. How rude. Yeah, they have something. I don't know what. We're gonna have to see. That's what I suspected, yep. That's what I suspected. That's what I suspected. Yeah. Tough. I sort of have this urge now, like, I don't want to give up against this person who just wasted a full minute on arranging blocks. It didn't really matter anyway, and yeah, they're not really playing fair. They're sort of being nasty and wasting my time. But on the other hand, I'm like, that's exactly maybe why I would want to continue playing, so I don't know, difficult. Yeah, the Wandering Emperor on 4 was just brutal. It's really tough for any aggressive deck to get through that. Wow, that's rude. This person is just quite rude. Yeah, this is not nice what they're doing here, but it's okay. We're not gonna grudge them things too much. Let's start with Toadseas. We don't want any more instant speed removal here. Why are they gonna sit on that as well for minutes? Yeah. Right, I see. This person is this kind of player. They're just gonna make their opponents suffer for sins that they haven't committed. What a jerk. What a strange jerk we are playing against, people. We're gonna get rid of their charm. We're definitely gonna get rid of their little token. We're gonna get rid of their other little token. We're gonna get rid of their Fateful Absence. No. Dang, who would have thought? Okay. We're gonna get rid of their Kihira. We're gonna bring a Sorin. We're gonna
Consider yourself
bring a
fortunate.
token.
I bring my own army.
This is quite funny. I enjoyed this. This was an entertaining turn for me. Can they pump that token to 3 life? Oh no, but they can't get rid of Sorin. Yeah, that's pretty sad. The token doesn't get vigilance. It only gives first strike. It doesn't give vigilance. I see. The samurai tokens have vigilance, but I see. Uh-huh. Interesting.
I'm known for my excellent.
What's the idea?
Hold that thought.
They're untapping a lot of stuff. Are they going to untap basically 4 things? Wow, how annoying. Right, let's Toadseas again. I'm slightly annoyed with my Toadseas as well. Charm goes Boseiju on your fantastic land. Yeah. Huh? Oh. Yeah. Get rid of that. Get out of here. Sure. Pretty obvious. And then I think we're just dead, right? We're gonna die to this token. Most likely. Does my opponent have a basic land? They have a basic land type land. So now the problem is again, I mean I can have that as a 2-2. It's not really enough to do much. Death is ticking up very rapidly. Death is ticking up very rapidly. We're certainly going to play the Legion. The thing is here, if I attack now with the Lair, They're not going to activate anything. They're not going to throw their token into its way. They're just gonna let the Wandering Emperor die and kill me on the swing back, so I need to keep up both things. Oh, but Tef can just bounce the Legion, right? If they see that, then I'm dead. If they see the Tef bounce, then I'm just dead. They see the Tef bounce, of course. Okay, they've been very forthcoming with their Tef bounces throughout the game, so
Let's take it.
very confident. Good play. Yeah, this is the problem with mid-range decks. Always. This is a big problem for mid-range decks. It's just really sort of hard to outvalue control games if the games go long. That doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. That's too little too late. Dang, another Heavenly Legion. I've seen a lot of Heavenly Legions this game. Okay, anyway, good game. It's quite interesting. Yeah, so we need to attack the opponent with a bunch of different angles. Fatal Push, I don't think is going to play this much of a role again. Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze can be okay because it can get rid of their graveyard. Command might be alright. Hopefully we don't need Extinction Event. I wouldn't like it if I would need it too much. Hirobi, yeah, I'm not sure Hirobi is going to be brilliant here. Don't want to give them rats. Don't really want to play the Ooze too much either. Witherbloom command is not at its best in this particular matchup. Scavenger just might not be enough. Quite, it doesn't do enough. Life gain isn't going to be our main concern, so that's why Scavenger is a bit irrelevant. Wow. It's a bit unlucky, you know, sometimes we have to play against very deliberate, slow players. That's the bane of Arena, that the timer is way too generous and lax. And it's really a pain when people are doing what the opponent was doing, playing around with how they arrange the blockers and so on and so on. But that's a reasonable aggressive hand. We go first, you know, if we have a chance to get there, I would say. If we have a chance to get there, we can accrue some pressure by turn 3. Ceratops can take over turn 4, so we're gonna just try and really try and put the opponent under some pressure, attack their hand, attack their life, and get creatures on the board. So Chivari Disruption goes, sure. Oh, that's actually not bad. It doesn't look like much, but it's great against the Planeswalkers. It's great against the Planeswalkers. We're just gonna attack here and buff the Legion. If they spend removal, that's okay. It's fine, we don't mind too much, to be honest. It's very good removal, spent on a mediocre creature. That one's Ceratops. Ceratops would be nice with haste though, to make sure that it does something. I think we're gonna go with Painful Bond first. Maybe try to find another land that we can play so that Takenuma is available to buy something back. Ooh. Wow. So we're gonna then just play Takenuma, play Knight of the Ebon Legion. We don't want it to get Golgari disrupted. Right, and this is also very good. We're actually looking like we might be able to exert some decent pressure, decent amount of pressure, yeah. Are they going to pump the Knight? No, they're not, of course. Okay, well, we're gonna just pass, I think. And we're gonna ambush her. Right. Actually, we're gonna Faithful Absence.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water.
Not very interested in that.
But we must protect the people.
Now, this is a bit problematic. They're the ones who actually established the clock. They are the ones who actually established the good clock. So we're not in an easy position here. Yeah, but we couldn't allow the Emperor to live. That would have been a bit much. Yeah, we're just gonna need to bring something that can block and also take a card out of their hands. Very good. That's really needed to get out of there. Now, Kozilek would be fantastic as well if I could play it. Kozilek would just be brilliant. Right, that looks good. So let's have a look at their hand. What do you have, buddy? What do you have? The Faithful Absence. March. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that absence. Thank you very much. And then we might just want to cast the Trespasser here. Actually, that's pretty good. And we can get rid of the, I don't know what we want to get rid of. Charm, whatever. Yeah, in case they reshuffle, we don't want Charm to come back, that's for sure. Do we attack? No, no attack. Ah, they can cycle that. Yeah, sure. It's pretty good. Okay, now they are Hall of Storm Giants mana. We would really need to get Poseiju to get rid of that, because that's going to be very, very dangerous. Kahira, they are offering a trade. I don't think we really want to trade with Kahira. Like, neither of our creatures is supposed to serve the purpose of trading with Kahira, I think. Nah, not Kahira. And what do they have for 6 mana? It's a bit annoying, right? So they have 6 mana up, but they can't use the ability that requires black mana. Should play another Connoisseur. Yeah. And playing the Connoisseurs is pretty good in some way, right? Like they do keep my opponent's hand tidy. But I think I would just want to play the Ambusher here still. Having those Wolf tokens would be pretty good. Yeah, sure. So what's the idea? Yeah, they are incentivizing me to trade there because they would like to use their hole, and then they're like, yeah, I lose a life. I know. I'll take some damage. Blah blah blah. Tough life. Tough life. I'm gonna eat the Kahira. Yeah, now if they hit me one time with the Hall of the Storm Giants, I'm in trouble. If they hit me even one time with the Hall of the Storm Giants, I'm in trouble. So, yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. They have the disruption. Do they care about that? Not that much, to be honest. I think I just attack. Well, but then they come with 3 attackers, right? Because they buff they activate the giant. Oof. It's annoying a bit. Well, we're gonna play then. Anyway, I guess we want the Connoisseur to come. Yeah, just get rid of that. Sure. We are gonna play that. We are gonna have we're gonna have that, and yeah, how does this work out? I think we're gonna play that. We're gonna go after that, do that. Drain for 1. Really? They don't want me to get in? That's interesting. Right, we're okay. Played the Connoisseur, so I didn't get the... I mean, they can activate the hole, but then that's gonna run into the Connoisseur. It's gonna run right into the Connoisseur. They're sort of forcing my hand to keep casting spells to get rid of their creatures. And I still have to be very cautious about their swing back. And both of my creatures were exiled, so I can't eat them with the... I can't eat them with the Glutton. They draw their 3rd March. It's pretty ridiculous, but lucky. Okay, we're definitely going to go with that. Kill their knight. I mean, this is risky, but who cares, right? I mean... Yeah, we're just gonna eat our Ebon Legion. We're gonna eat their March. So we have one more life. Even if they top deck like a 1/2 mana removal for the Connoisseur, they can't just kill us with the Hall of the Storm Giant. Yeah. We are gonna cycle the pathway, I think. There's plenty of land in our deck, so a little bit of extra selection can't be too bad. Right, that's good. Comes tapped. They leave up their hall. They leave up their hall. Of course. We don't quite have enough to kill them just now. But this one has vigilance. This looks really freaking amazing on paper. This one has protection from blue and can't be countered. So that looks pretty amazing as well. We're definitely gonna cast this. Send it in. Yeah, they did top deck removal. Of course they top deck removal. What else would they have top decked? What else would they have top decked, right?
They're gonna top deck removal, obviously.
God, how annoying.
And prepare.
Yeah, they're not gonna whiff. They're not gonna whiff. They're on a lucky draw. So they might get Death here. They have 5 mana. They might get another Emperor. They might be getting their 4th March. They might have more Faithful Absence. They might have a Farewell. They might have another Shard. They get the Emperor. Yeah, that's pretty bad for us. Emperor is pretty bad for us. Because they can just Emperor, and then I still have to worry about the swing back. Could get rid of Narset, but I think I just want to go for this. And if they make a mistake, I can't target the Glutton. And we gotta do this, right? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that to get alive. We're gonna keep exiling their best removal just in case they get the reshuffle. Okay. What's gonna happen now?
Hope you're ready to lose.
Yeah, that's the only thing they can target. They gain 2 life, sure.
You're done.
So they take a good amount. This is so annoying. I mean, I would really need to get rid of this. We can get rid of the Samurai though, so that's okay. Yeah, that's true. I think I'm gonna Painful Bond. Really? That's their top deck? That's so insanely lucky. But Mushroom Pulse is gonna be pretty handy here.
I guess that's it.
Mushroom Pulse is gonna be pretty handy here.
May your blade strike true.
Okay, let's see what we get. Invoke Despair is good. Wow, Invoke Despair, sack a creature, they lose 4 life. I draw 2 cards, and this can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, so it can go in for 2, right? I think this should be lethal. They should lose 4 life here. Yeah, that's okay. And then Questing Beast can finish the job, right? Yep, they know it as well. Good. Well, that was an interesting game. We managed to grind them out. We did draw rather well, and they drew alright. They drew pretty well too, to be honest. Wow, this is a difficult, tough game. It's a very tough matchup. Zorius control. Gosh. I don't know. It's always something I dread to play against. And when I play it, it's usually... it's one of those decks where you need to draw the right half of your deck. Especially in the control mirror. But also with the decks, right? So mid-range you can usually go over. And it's less threatening. But the mirror can be... Mirror is always very, very draw dependent. and so is the matchup against aggro decks, right? Because aggro decks can also go under you if you're the control player. I like that my opponent isn't really playing many sweepers. They're really focused on spot removal, which is interesting, and they're really all in on the strong. I think this is gonna be tough. I mean, we have good mana, and that's such a boon. It's really hard to say no. Also, all three creatures are excellent against them, so we just have to go with this. I think we're gonna go with the knight. Next turn we can Kozilek them, and then we see how we do from there. That's very good. Let's see what they have. Archmage's Charm, Narset are pretty high on the list of the things that I want to snag. Fateful Absence isn't that high because it gives us a clue token. March is a little bit higher because it makes it impossible for us to... Yeah, I think Archmage's is the one that I'm most afraid of, but this is a super good hand on their part. This is actually a super good hand. I mean, they're stuck on 3 mana for the moment, but if they find a 4th land, then I don't think we can beat this. I think it's gonna be just too strong. I think this is just gonna be too strong. I think they're going to march this perfectly sensibly. We have all the tools, but if we don't get that 4th land, and so far we're not getting it, then we're gonna be in trouble here. We're gonna be in big trouble, and my opponent is, I think, getting the 4th land now, and that means Wandering Emperor is online. So that's not bad. It can help us to remove the Wandering Emperor. What is opponent up to? Are they gonna play it or not? Really? They cycle? What the heck, man? So weird. Well, in that case, we're gonna pass as well. Are you gonna flash in that Emperor or not? Right, they're gonna get a Samurai basically, which is regrettable, but not much we can do about. Yeah, they're making their little Samurai. Freaking instant speed abilities. Yeah, we know. And we're not getting that 4th land ever. Oh, that's so annoying, oh my god. Well, we're just gonna bring the Murderous Rider. We don't really care if that doesn't resolve. If it does resolve, it's a good buffer. Yeah, it's disputed, I thought so. My worry is they get to the Fairy and then open the 2 mana, and then from there it's just gonna be easy for them to walk away with a win. So Questing Beast would be interesting, Rankle would be interesting, but I think I want to Nightback Ambusher at the end of their turn. Or maybe just Connoisseur, and then hopefully, maybe if they have an Archmage's Charm, they waste it now. And then we just hope that they won't have anything against the Nightback Ambusher. It looks like a pretty slim hope though. Oof. We're really not getting lands, are we? No. Another Emperor! No! Dude, that's brutal.
Run away.
That's a good top deck.
You'll be safer.
That's a pretty good top
we
deck.
must protect the people.
We're losing to this card. I'm going to lose to this card in 2 games. It's just very powerful.
Let your blade
really
do the talking.
Opponent's gonna mop up the floor with me. Yeah. Archmage's Charm. No Archmage's Charm, but Fateful Absence or March of the Other Over the Light. Yeah, they have a removal spell. You're Shark type. I mean, what the heck? That's surprising. Okay, that's a bit weird. We can cast the Questing Beast now. That's gonna be good. Questing Beast is gonna go in, kill the Emperor. And we have some blockers.
Still have much to learn.
Does my opponent have a good way of dealing with both creatures? It's tricky, right?
This isn't a fight.
They found the 5th land, which is pretty annoying. Okay, they cut away the Questing Beast. They come in with the Shark. Sure. So we are gonna have to clean up those tokens to make sure that we take out Fairy. The Fairy can't stay. That has to go. We're also gonna play the Knight, so we have a bit more pressure on board and challenge them to need more defenders in case if they want to play a Planeswalker under that Shark token. Questing Beast is still gonna come back, but a little bit later. And we have some tools to fight another Teferi. Yeah, we can contest another Teferi with the Shifting Ceratops or the Rankfall.
Right on schedule.
I think we are not in a bad position here. Right, okay, they're basically allowing their Tef to die. No, they're not.
Let's skip to the good
They're
part.
being a bit cheeky here because they're going to untap. Yeah. They're going to untap. So what we need to do is, we need to bring the Ceratops, because that cannot be countered by them. And the Ceratops needs to get haste. And they have something, right? So they have a Fateful Absence. So we need to attack with everything tapped. To make sure we get rid of that. And we're not going to use their removal. I could have sworn that they have a Fateful Absence, but maybe they don't. Okay. Interesting. We have almost lethal. We don't have lethal. Quite lethal. Are you thinking about the Farewell? Or Memory? I don't know. Maybe their hand wasn't good. Our hand was pretty good. We got our lands a little bit slow, but I don't know what their options are. I mean, there might be March of the Otherworldly. Yeah, Farewell. Farewell is pretty cool. Okay, so what we can do then is just to bring Connoisseur, discard them. Or we can bring Questing Beast and start beating them down. I think that's sensible, because that forces them to sort of react post to Questing Beast and try to get ahead. If they just remove Questing Beast, that's obviously not an amazing play. Narset is good. Yeah, that's the problem. Narset is gonna get a Fateful Absence. They're gonna kill the Questing Beast, and then next turn they're just gonna memory us. This is annoying. This is so annoying. We would need one more mana to be able to cast this and this. And we could go Rankle. And then surely we can kill the Narset. And they won't be able to both memory and... But I think we're gonna try this. It kills the Narset.
My mind needs a rest.
Let's give it a try. Okay, that's good. Then we can get rid of their memory. That's good. Even if they have another Narset, that won't work. And we can keep that up. We're not in a bad position. We're not in a bad position. If they have to main phase Memory Deluge, they are in trouble. And they die. Wow. Wow. It was almost 1 hour to beat them, but we did it. This is a tough game. Zori's control, very, very, very good and strong, but we managed to outgrind them. Soupy doopy. Well, thank you, folks. So this is my new pet deck. So far, I'm 8-0 with it in best of 3. It's a Golgari mid-range deck, 4 Fatal Push, 4 Knights, 4 Toadseeds. Admittedly, I'm in Platinum, so if you're in Mythic, if you're in Diamond, it's not going to work so well probably, but if you enjoy tinkering around and playing a semi-control deck, splashing for, well, not splashing, but like using a couple of funny one-offs to sort of cover your bases, have a good spread of different tools against different strategies, then I think this is a very fun toolboxy deck. Obviously, some very strong cards that serve very, very useful roles in many games. There are multiples of those. There's plenty of removal. There's a little bit of accidental live game. There's a little bit of accidental graveyard hate. And there is a lot of stuff to help us remove planeswalkers, because they're very, very dangerous at the moment in the format. Narset, Vendor, and Teferi, what you saw is a hell of a package. We have a lot of hand disruption, again, because mid-range and control matchups, we don't want to allow our opponent to go over our head or to control game too much with counter spells. And then we have a couple of tools to deal with faster creature strategies. Gisha is a very fun one. She did a little bit of work against the Jeskai Affinity deck. Invoke Despair is surprisingly powerful, and Nissa is just there to surprise our opponents because we don't run many. Well, we run the one of Sorin. So again, this deck is a bit toolboxy. You have to know the cards well, and you have to understand a little bit the meta and see whether or not you should use something in a given situation. Again, with lands, you get a bunch of dual lands just for good consistency, and then a couple of lands just to have some man lands, a little bit of card draw, buying back something important, or dealing with something that's very, very difficult otherwise to get rid of. The tools are there. I'm sure this can be improved a lot. I'm not sure about Scrounger and Shade. We do need something to pressure the opponent consistently with early. Horobi has been sort of a bit of a win more thing so far. Ooze is brilliant. Command has been, in some games it's been good, in some games it's been largely irrelevant. Trespasser has been surprisingly good. Scavenger hasn't done much, but then again I haven't seen it much, played it much because it's a one-off. Connoisseur has been an absolutely fantastic card. Event I haven't cast yet, but I haven't played many creature decks to be honest. Rankle, because it's hasty and has evasion, can be very good, especially against closing out the game, getting rid of the opponent's last cards, getting rid of planeswalkers. It can really break those kind of annoying stalls. Sorin is fantastic to stabilize. Very often we can get both the token off of it and then draw a card before it gets removed. Then at that point we already have 2 cards off it. For 4 mana it's very nice. Ambusher is good, people don't expect it. Questing Beast is Questing Beast. Right, well that's it folks. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a lovely day. Take care. Bye bye.